Do you panic when someone asks you to bring a salad? Well, everyone loves a potato salad, and this version will blow your mind. It's so simple, so delicious with a salt and vinegar twist. Okay, so wash your hands. Let's talk about the first ingredient and the most important, and that is the potatoes. I've got 1 kilo, and I'm using these little baby red wash potatoes. They're great because they hold their shape when boiled. For the rest of the ingredients, I've got 1 bunch of chives, 1 small red onion, half a cup of mayo, half a cup of sour cream, 1 tablespoon of caster sugar, 2 middle rashers of bacon, 60 grams of spinach, 2 cups of vinegar, and then just some olive oil, salt, and pepper. So I've preheated my oven to 220 degrees fan force, and I've lined a large roasting tray with baking paper. Grab your potatoes, and we're just going to get these into a large saucepan. And we're actually adding a little double dose of flavour to these potatoes. So the first step in that process is adding some vinegar, and make sure you reserve 1/4 cup. Now we need to top up with some water, just enough to cover the potatoes. Whenever you boil potatoes, you need to start off with cold liquid because it makes the potatoes cook evenly. They're going to take about 20 minutes once it's come to the boil, or until they're just tender. As the potatoes are boiling, we're going to make a quick little pickle from this red onion, which is going to add some vibrancy, but also some extra zing to the dish. So I've got my finely sliced red onion, so now just get a small bowl and add to that the reserved vinegar from before, along with the caster sugar. Then we're just going to stir that until the sugar is dissolved. So now it's time to add the red onion to that. And these will just pickle as you're preparing the rest of the ingredients. So just give that a stir to coat. Right, so the potatoes are still boiling, the onions are pickling, so while we're waiting, we're going to finely dice the bacon. Okay, so let's test the potatoes. So I've just got a small sharp knife and just try and pierce them, and if it pierces easily, they're done. Okay, so the potatoes are drained, so let's grab the roasting tray that we prepared before. Just move that in. Now grab those potatoes. They are hot potatoes, but you know, just lay them out on that tray. So don't squash them so much that they completely fall apart or they end up completely flat. Add some olive oil and some salt flakes as well. Okay, so time to roast the potatoes now. They're going to take about 20-25 minutes. About halfway through, we're going to add that bacon. So off to the oven. While the potatoes are roasting, let's quickly mix together our dressing. So I've got a good old 50-50 ratio of sour cream and mayonnaise. If you wanted to keep it dairy-free, you could just use the whole egg mayo. Oh, they're looking good already. Let's take them out, and we're going to add the bacon to this tray. So to save yourself some washing up, we're actually going to add the bacon straight to the roasting pan. If you want to keep it vegetarian, you can skip the bacon and replace it at this point with nuts or seeds. Okay, so get them back in for about another 10 to 15 minutes, or until the potatoes and the bacon are golden and crispy. Okay, so potatoes are ready. Let's check them out. Oh, they look good. So crispy. These smell so good and they look so delicious. I want to dive right in. It's taking all my self-control not to, but we want to let them rest for 10 minutes just so they cool slightly so they don't wilt the greens when we build the platter. Okay, so I've waited. The potatoes have cooled down, but they're still lovely and warm. Now it's just time to assemble. So I've got a large platter here. I'm going to start with some spinach. Then I'm going to add the potatoes with that crispy bacon, dollops of dressing, pickled red onion, and then finish with some chives. Boiled, smashed, drizzled, then baked, these crispy salt and vinegar smashed potatoes are so incredibly easy to perfect, and even better in this potato salad. For hundreds of fresh ideas, head to the Woolworths website and search for recipes.